is Dave with NAPCO Tech Support. In this video, I will cover the basics of working with our Networx locks and gateways. Feel free to pause the video at any time if it makes it easier to follow along. Before you can add a Networx lock to DL Windows, you must have a gateway for the lock to communicate with. The locks do not work on Wi-Fi. They use a proprietary form of wireless communication that is only compatible with our alarm lock Networx gateways. We do offer gateways that can work with your local Wi-Fi, but the lock itself communicates directly to the gateway, and the gateway will communicate with your local network. Always remember, whenever adding any network device to an existing network, you must coordinate with the local IT representative before plugging anything into their network. Before you can discover your gateway, you must first make sure your gateway is plugged into the network and powered up. Next, you will click on the Gateway Config button. The first time you click on the Gateway Config, you will receive the security password window. This security password is what locks your gateways to your account. If you have multiple accounts with gateways, this password must be different for every account. This is what prevents another computer with DL Windows on your network from accessing your gateways. Make sure you keep a record of this password, because if you have to rebuild this account for some reason and you don't have this password to match to your gateways, you will have to end up defaulting all of your gateways and your locks and start from scratch. If for some reason you do lose this password, there will be a video in our IT Pro series that will cover how to recover this password. After you add the password, you will be brought to the Gateway Config screen. To discover a new gateway, you will click on Gateways, then choose the option Discover New Gateway. DL Windows will then scan the local network for any compatible gateways. When it finds a gateway, it will show the IP address in green. To add the gateway, you must first select the gateway you wish to add, then click on Gateways and choose the option Add Gateway to Account. You will get a confirmation window asking if you want to save the gateway. Click Yes. After the gateway has been successfully added, it will turn blue. If for any reason you could not discover your gateway, see our video in the advanced section of our DL Windows training videos that covers troubleshooting gateways. Sometimes simply adding gateways isn't enough. Maybe you have a lock that is just a little too far away from your gateway and it has a weak or no signal strength. In this case, you would want to add an expander. An expander works like a relay station between the lock and the gateway. Before discovering an expander, you must first make sure your expander and gateway have the same address. To address your gateway and your expander, you will need to make sure the dials on the gateway and the expander are set to the same numbers. If you have multiple gateways and expanders, you will want to make sure that each gateway has a unique address. After you have addressed your expander and gateway, you will place your expander in the location where it will be during normal operation. Then in your Gateway Config window, click on the gateway you wish to add an expander to. Then, click on the Expander button and choose the option Discover New Expanders. After it completes its scan, you should get the Gateway Expander table window. If it found multiple expanders, they should all show here. Unlike with discovering gateways, expanders are automatically added to the gateway after the discovery process completes. At this point, you can verify the correct expander has been discovered and verify the signal strength, which is located beneath the area that says EXP-RX. Ideally, you would want this number to be above 40. When you are finished, click Close. You can check what expanders, if any, are attached to your gateway at any time by selecting the gateway and then clicking Expanders and then View Expander Routing Table. Now that you know how to add gateways and expanders, let's talk about adding locks. First, you will create your lock profile. For this demonstration, I will be adding a PDL 6300. So first, I will create a lock profile for a PDL 6300. The first big difference you will notice when creating a Networx lock profile is that it will say "Not linked" beneath the profile. This means the profile isn't currently linked to an actual lock yet. To link the lock, you will open your gateway config window, and you can do the next step a couple of different ways. You could set the amount of locks you wish to discover on the right, and then click Discover Locks, or you could click on the Locks button and then click Discover Locks. After it completes the discovery process, you will get this window showing you how many locks it discovered. Check the box for the desired lock and then click Assign. After you click the Assign button, you will get a window asking if you would like to link the assigned lock to a profile. Click Yes. You will then get the Link/Unlink window. Since we only have one Networx lock profile and one assigned lock, those are the only two things that show here. But if we had more, they would all show here. Next, you will select the lock profile you wish to link on the left, and then select the lock you wish to link it to on the right. After you click on the lock on the right, it will link the two, and it should now show in the linked lock section below. You can now click Close. You will notice that your lock profile under your account now shows linked. I would also like to mention that only Networx locks have this link option. Standard T3 locks cannot be linked, so if you ever see a lock profile in your list that doesn't show linked or unlinked, it's because that profile is not a Networx profile. If for any reason you wish to unlink your lock, like maybe you linked the profile to the wrong lock, you can always right-click on the lock profile and choose the option Link/Unlink Lock Profile. A Link/Unlink window will open and give you the option to unlink it. Once it is unlinked, you can then link it to another lock profile by repeating the same steps. Now that you have your lock linked, we can discuss downloading to the lock. There are two different ways you can download your program to your Networx locks. The first and most common method is to select your lock on the left, then click Communication, and then Communicate with selected Networx lock. You will then get the same screen you would get with any normal download. You would then choose what options you would like to transmit and click Start. When it completes, you will get your normal green check marks and a message saying it has completed. The second method can be a little faster, especially if you have multiple locks you wish to download to all at once. To do this, you would click on the wireless button up top, and then the wireless window will open. In here, you can choose which locks you wish to download to by checking the box on the left. Then, you must set the function before you can do anything else. You have three functions you can choose between: Send Profile, Receive Log, or Send Profile and Receive Log. Choosing the option Send Profile will send all users assigned to that lock, as well as any schedules you may have created. After you set the function, click Start, and it will begin the transmission process for each lock. I would like to mention that this does each lock one by one, not simultaneously, So if you have a lot of locks selected here, it could take some time to complete. As always, if you ever need any documentation for current NAPCO devices, or if you're looking for more videos like these, head on over to our tech library at tech.napcosecurity.com.